Pressing all my buttons and turning everything on. And turning everything on. Okie dokie. We're 99% there. Hey, hey, ho, ho. All right, I think we're ready to go. I think I got everything turned on. Oh, I didn't update my days till Stormgate. That's the only thing I didn't do, huh? I gotta open up. You know, there's no easy way for me to make that. So what I've just been doing is, there's an app on the phone that generates it. This is the only way to just make one. It updates automatically on my phone. But every single day, literally every single day, and I consider this a part of my conviction or whatever, but literally every single day I take this app, I open up that countdown, I take a screenshot, and then I trim it all the way down to just that. Then I hit saved photos, right? Then I open my Discord app, then I go to the Nathanias Discord. People are talking about their fantasy football leagues on the Discord, and then I go to my secret area that no one can see except me, called Just for Nate. And then I paste a screenshot, right? So now it's on my Discord. So then the next step is I go to Discord on my PC, and I open up the Just for Nate. Do you see where this is going? Now I open it up into a Firefox window, because if I save it directly from Discord, it'll be a PNG, but it's looking for countdown.jpg. So I have to open it, or it's looking for a .webp, so I have to open it up in a web page in order to save it as a PNG. And now when I save it over the original file, it updates automatically, like magic. Like magic. Pretty incredible if you ask me. What else? I'm testing a new plugin. I'm testing a new thing that I'm actually using on stream today. That's kind of awesome. I am not able to talk about it in specifics. But it's made by the same people who made the vertical plugin, so it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. They basically just told us they want to iron out all the bugs with it before they announce it or release it, because they just don't want people to hate on them. That's it. They literally just want to make sure it's as good as it can be before they release it. They want it to be as good as it can be before they release it. And then, yeah. But I'm testing it now, so it's like kind of cool. Doing a little mini tech work this week. And then also what? Probably, what else is going on? Not too much. But, What else? What other updates? Yeah, today we're just going to be playing co-op and some custom games. I'll join whatever custom games are up that look good. I'm just going to try and have some fun. I'm only planning on streaming for an hour or two. If I end up getting carried away and having a bunch of fun, if we're just whatever, if we're just vibing and we go for 4 or 7 hours, I don't really care. That'll be great too. But I'm kind of going. I'm keeping my expectations low and my vibe is very chill. There's going to be no more 1v1 StarCraft on this stream. It is not something that I can really sustain the channel doing anymore. And it's my least favorite thing to do, especially with how many people have left the game. So I'm done with that. I think I saw that Roddy had also been making some statements about the degradation in the quality of ladder matchups. And when I saw that Roddy was also talking about it publicly, it made me feel a lot more emotionally secure saying it, I guess. So I'm just going to say, I just agree with Roddy that like it's gotten a lot harder to have a good time just queuing up for games and playing. So I'm done with that. I'll be playing 1v1 again when Stormgate drops because there's going to be a lot of people playing it. And obviously, I'm going to commit a lot of time. I'm going to commit the rest of this channel's existence to Stormgate when that game releases, so... We had a great run, though. We did. I was just setting up the TikTok stream and the YouTube stream. I'm using a new technology that allows me to... It allows me to... While I'm... And then it also gives me the ability to go to and at the... Actually, so... Like, these are all just things that I've always wanted as a Twitch broadcaster, so I just really appreciate Adam for working on a plugin. And again, at some point I'll be able to go into more detail about it, but the short end of the stick is that the stream is just running better now, so it's kind of cool. It's a pretty heavy system resources saver, I must admit. It's quite a clever idea they had, so that'll be a good time. I think I got it so into my head about like the more viewers when I 1v1 thing. And then I started to realize a pretty decent amount of those viewers are probably those people that snipe me or whatever, right? Doing anything good for myself would always make those people never want to show up, right? So I realize that now. I'll always get a bump when I ladder because they will just be those people, right? So I'm just not going to do it anymore. Stormgate has a streamer mode, so it doesn't matter. I'll never know. I can get sniped by the same guy 5 times in a row, and he'll have a different name every game, so it'll be impossible for me to tell. And I'll have chat turned off in the options menu, so I'm very excited to know that the ladder experience is going to be a little less toxic in the other game. But there's my little mini justification. At the start of the stream, the fewest number of people are here, so saying this has the least detrimental possible impact, because I just assume if you're here right now, you probably do care to some degree, so. 999999, thank you, optional playa. All makes sense, though. Yeah, so pumped for the Stormgate era. You planning on releasing some content on builds, tutorials for the factions? Yes, I'm going all in. I'm going all in, guys. If the Stormgate stuff doesn't work out, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on and do something else with my life. So for me, this is like, it's like I basically am giving myself carte blanche to do everything I've ever wanted to try, and we're gonna have like 3 or 4 months with this new game. And if I completely beef it and blow it, then I'll know it wasn't meant to be. But I'm pretty upbeat. I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty excited about it. My biggest thing that I know that I'm trying to like tell myself so I can really internalize it is that the most important thing that I can truly do right now, if my future depends on that game, the most important thing that I can do right now before I can actually stream it or play it or make videos is take care of myself, which is something that I've been on a long quest to learn how to do the last couple of years, as many of you know. So, obviously, if you know that, then you know how hard it is for me to come on here and tell you guys I'm not going to play 1v1s. The truth is, I really want to, but I know that it's going to suck. And I just don't want that bad taste in my mouth because I love StarCraft. So how am I going to solve that problem? I'm going to play games of StarCraft that I know I'm going to enjoy, which means we're going to play some co-op. We'll play a couple different commanders. I'll tell you, you know, if you guys have any suggestions, if there's anything you want to see, I don't know. Obviously it's going to be up to my discretion, but I'll try to still keep it interesting, keep it entertaining. And again, I'm going to be kind to myself and not hold myself to any weird expectations. Because again, the most important thing I can do before Stormgate releases is learn how to switch off, right? I still haven't gotten there. So, you know, I've got 20 days. I want these 20 days, even though I don't feel like there's much that I can do that's productive. Like, it's hard, you know? Like, I don't feel like I can really do anything that exciting between now and then. But I need to forgive myself for that because I have a plan, right? So I need to get there. I need to get to that starting line, and I need to be ready for that more than anything I need to do right now. It's not the typical way that I used to solve or approach my problem solving. As you guys know, I kind of just like running until I'm literally engulfed in flames and burning alive. So I'm trying not to do that this time. Trying really hard not to do that this time. So there you go. There you go. There's my emotional gushy garbage. That's a start. Super Mario streams were fun. Yeah, we're probably going to do more of that. Truthfully, I thought about streaming Mario. I thought about playing something else today. But the reality is, I want to play StarCraft. I do. And I know that if I tried to queue 1v1, it would be an experience that would make me miserable. So I'm just not going to do that. But I did still want to play StarCraft. So this is the best way for me to enjoy it, just by doing things that I actually just very low pressure, low stress. So I'm going to do a random commander. What is the mutation this week? Photon Overlord, Minesweeper, on Rifts to Core Hall. Well, Rifts to Core Hall is a pretty easy map. Maybe need to go with somebody with detection. Yeah. Let me just try it. Let's try it. But yeah. It's a journey. Yeah, exactly. I need to be more appreciative of the ride that I've been on and less concerned about whether or not I can make it last forever. I'm not going to live forever either, right? You gotta just make peace with certain things. Just the way it be. All right, we're getting into a game, so I'm going to turn on my... I'll turn on my TikTok, turn on my YouTube short stream. I try not to turn on the vertical streams until we're actually getting into a game because I don't have any out of game scenes for those. I don't have any out of game scenes for... I don't switch the scenes. I don't switch the scenes with those. So what did I get? I got Zeratul. And he's got... Hey Tank Noob. Thanks for the prime. Thank you, sir. And what is he? Minsk. He's level 1000. That's what he's got the star. Zeratul good for this mutation? I can't remember. What are his detectors? What is Zeratul's detector? Is it like... Here, I can move that below the objectives. Perfect. That's the observer? Okay. I think the Void Razor, the strongest one for him. Chatting in both places. Yo, Joustcraft in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. How fantastic is that? Based God. It's not killed by mines in the first part as it's invisible. Oh, you're right. The Observer would just be really good in that situation. That's a great point. You can't actually build anything with Zeratul yet, so it doesn't... You just have to wait. It takes a long time to actually build your crap with this guy, huh? Let's Chrono Boost our teammate. Let's just hook it up. Okay, right as he stopped building, guys. That's okay. You just did the mutation with him. Felt strong. Nice. Well, I'll definitely... I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good then. You've given me confidence, Oni-chan. I don't know what my... Do I have any prestige set for Zeratul? Not really, huh? I feel like I don't have anything on here. But that might be... No, I don't. Did I... I must have prestiged him. I must have prestiged my Zeratul. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize that. I actually prestiged my Zeratul, so he's not max level. That's why everything is so weird. Well, he'll hold that with the bunker then. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's going to be awkward. Be a little awkward. Just a little bit. Get the construct facility. I find the mouse jump bug happens a little less if I go to my Windows processes and select StarCraft 2 and I put it at real-time priority. If I put the task at real-time priority on Task Manager, it makes the cursor jump a little less. Must be that race condition they were talking about. I gotta just set that up automatically with some app or whatever. Are any of his prestiges any good? I don't even know what prestige I'm on. I'm still on like default though. It doesn't even say that I'm on a prestige, but I clearly don't have all the top bar abilities. Am I crazy? Maybe I just don't remember what I set them on. Do I have anything? Mastery. Increase attacks. Oh, I've got Zeratul masteries. I've got Zeratul masteries. Never mind, guys. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Your objective is to take it out. I expect limited casualties.
We good. We good. We good. We got it. We got it.
Glory to the day.
Your allies being attacked.
I bring wisdom in times of chaos.
Vibing. We feeling good. We feeling good. Yeah, the monolith guys, they're great. They're great. No, you're right. I just got to get the observer, and then I think we're there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I one-shot my own observer. Well, thankfully nobody in chat saw that.
Sure blows up pretty, doesn't it? The enemy will summon more soon. Guaranteed. More void shards are appearing. Destroying them is your main objective.
Oh, you're right. No, Zeratul plus observer makes this like trivial. Yeah, we'll just clear them out then. Easy. What do I want to make? Immortals? Zeratul's units are so expensive. Where's the next? I sense a soul in search of answers. There's like a munitions pile by a cliff, right? So, where is that? Oh,
I will fulfill my calling.
An attack is headed for our base. Steal
there we go.
I have collected the fragments.
What do we got? Well, the easiest thing to do then is just use the Tesseract projection, so he can have his photon cannons just basically project anywhere across the map. Makes him very strong. Oh, I took out his observer, and he's like, eh. Really, that's like the biggest thing I think that could damage us anyway, is him just getting detection on us.
I seek the path of
Put all the buildings in a circle, create a circle, and then all the artifacts placed inside that circle. What? What is he saying? Oh my goodness, I just got smoked. I just got smoked. Holy cannoli, rigatoni baloney.
I see your reputations are well earned. These void shards are
Oh, he's clearing him out? Yeah, see, he's doing great. He's doing the Manx thing. He's doing the thing Manx does, where he has like a bajillion units. Check it. Check my dubs. Check them. Oh yeah, Zeratol's crazy good for this mission then. I don't know why I thought. Saw what? Teehee. Joustcraft's like, I'm playing both chats, so I always come out on top. And I was like, damn, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. That man was raised in this Twitch chat. For better or worse. For better or worse, that man was raised in my Twitch chat.
Together we can Chimeran pirates are taking advantage of the chaos to steal precious resources. Shoot those traitors out of the sky if you can.
We must.
I just don't want him to take out the real building there, so that's why I was like, spawn the fake cannons. If they kill the projections, it doesn't hurt the real cannon, so just, you know, it's ironic, or maybe just slightly humorous, because I'm listening to cannons right now. Gonna build a lot more of them too. Alright, now we clear this out. Zeratol did die again, so that's very tragic. He got deep fried. We just get another big wave ready, and then we can.
The time for thought is over.
Oh, you know, I didn't really make it easy for this guy to clear his base out either, did I?
We're tightening our grip.
Yeah, you do that. You tighten your grip, Manksky. Yeah, just project one over there. I think the only thing is I can't research. I can't get like a observer speed, can I?
Our enemy seeks to destroy everything we have built.
I shall focus my
Oh, it's right there.
Looks like you picked another void shot.
Oh, he just nuked them all from a distance.
As long as our minds are clear.
Yeah, this guy knows how to play Manx. He knows how to play
Home
Manx.
stretch, commanders. One more group of shards to go. These pirates just don't learn, do they? Commanders, it's time to educate them.
I don't even really need to be in this game if you think about it. This guy's got it on lock. Yeah, I was just waiting for my teleport cooldown. How we just try to get out of here. Ah, couldn't make it, guys. I couldn't make it. It's a good try, though. It was a good try. I mean, he's pretty much there. Look at this. Look at this setup he's got. He's filthy. He's filthy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us both just spawning infinite armies from the opposite side of the map. Isn't that incredible? This guy D-levels. He D-levels enemy units, so he's very powerful to keep alive. Every time that cooldown... Well, he's about to run out of cooldown now, but I tried to save him earlier for that reason.
Enemies descend on our base. Bonus objective.
We just get more cannons and we're good. We just never even cleared through the central defense this whole game. It's kind of a vibe, isn't it?
Another void shard has been destroyed.
We will turn the tides of fate.
See, I one-shot the observer. I didn't know that feared units lost their cloak, though. I didn't know that. Watch this. Here we go.
Pirates, if we weren't busy defending the city, they'd be a burning wreckage.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Mank also OP with this prestige. Yeah, what did he have? The infinite like super nuke guy? Or the uncapped? Is it the uncapped supply? He gets like uncapped resource bonus from the... He gets the uncapped resource bonus. Hey, look at that. We hit level 300. Look, we're level 321 now. Oh. Hey, that was the mutation. Not bad. Not bad. I haven't done a mutation in a while. That guy was very good though with Manx. That's exactly how you do it. Hey Jasmine, yo, yeah. Good to see you. We're memeing today. Yeah, we're done. We're done with the 1v1. We're done with the 1v1 until Stormgate. We're done with the 1v1 until Stormgate, so. Hey Spot Man, what version of the game are you playing? So it's called co-op. So you basically just have like, it's like doing raids, basically. You get super OP, really strong units. What did I have set up anyway? So I didn't have them prestiged. I just had the artifact fragment spawn rate and the avatar cooldown. Oh, okay. So this was basically like a late game tech speedrun type strategy, more or less, which is pretty good because it's like a Zeratul only strat. But they have all these, they have like all these different missions that you can do basically, where it's like, you can have different objectives and you work together with somebody else, but it's kind of just like a chill, it's like a more chilled, laid back way of just playing StarCraft, but they give you a lot of different options for characters that you can play as and units and basically like fourth race type stuff. There's a lot of that in here. What have I not done in forever? I feel like I haven't done a Karak spam. Kind of want to play a little Alarak. He has the Super Saiyan stuff. Death Fleet cooldown. I like all of this. I think this is a good setup. I think that's a good setup. Just reinstalling SC2 to play some Direct Strike. Nice, nice. Celebrating conditional retirement from SC2 1v1. That's right, that's right. This channel is gonna live or die on Stormgate, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. 20 days isn't gonna make or break me, so. We free, boys. Dobby is a free elf. Feels good.
Got a contract you might want to help me fill.
What do you guys think of Sabrina Carpenter? Is Espresso overrated? I like it. It's pretty decent song of the summer now that we're about halfway through July, you know?
Thinking maybe you do. What do you say?
Gonna be a lot of touchdown commercial break bumpers probably rocking the chorus on that one. I do know that the whole trick with Alarak is that his special upgrades are on the Forge. But then you just want to empower as many of his Templar units as possible. And they're very strong. They scale infinitely. They scale infinitely, so they're very good. Yeah, let's boost him. Let's boost him up. Wait, is he playing Han Horner? Then we just... Nobody ever does this for their teammates in co-op, but by doing this, I'm going to give him all of his cooldowns faster, so... He's also in Wu-Tang Clan, so... Hell yeah. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to mess with, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't need my starport cooldown. I'm like, yeah, probably not yet. Probably not. "20 days of memes and dreams." Yeah. I kind of want to do a little bit of everything, right? So, want to do a bit of everything.
Let him catch you off guard.
How shall you serve?
And Alarak on his own can hold basically all the waves, so then you just rush up to your Templar. Fantastic. Then we just have Alarak pop that. But we'll probably do some StarCraft like campaign stuff. I'll probably do some campaign revisiting over the next couple weeks. I'm gonna do a bunch of co-op stuff. Gonna just try and play all the stuff that I'm gonna miss when I'm not playing StarCraft all that much anymore. And obviously, like I've said in all of my videos and discussions about this particular subject, I'm going to be playing StarCraft again whenever they start updating the game or release new maps, etc. I just, you know, I'm going to probably do what other people do, and I'm going to come back and play when there's a reason to. And then when the players leave again and, you know, we kind of have that drop off again, then that's when I'll play it less. That's my plan anyway.
Most unwise.
Main objective destroyed.
All who oppose me shall suffer. What? As I desire.
And I think at this point we could probably get some more gateways.
Of course I am needed.
But if you guys did want to hear about something that I found interesting, I posted a video on my YouTube channel earlier today. It's not that long. It's just 7 minutes. I was talking about the, maybe that is a long time. I was talking about the announcement that Frost Giant made about their esports plans with Stormgate. But they announced them officially on a little cacao exhibition show or something in Korea, it looks like yesterday. But they talked about their plans. They talked about what their goals are for this year, for next year. So I just made a little video kind of going over my thoughts on that in case anybody wanted to chat about that today. So there's a little something. but I generally like their direction. I think investing in grassroots organizations and empowering individuals to come together and help create opportunities for there to be, you know, sustainable ecosystems, I think is really important. Alarak is so strong, by the way. Just literally Giga Chad. Literally Giga Chad energy. What is that? Is that like his temporary? Oh, he slows. He slows units he attacks. I guess that makes sense.
Vengeance for the betrayed.
A main objective has been destroyed.
A shameful and cowardly death.
On it.
Serve me. So good. The death.
Yeah, but these guys basically eat the zealots and stuff that you warp in, so...
Enemies are on the way.
Now, only because I will.
Go clear this.
Of course I am me. Speak now.
I mean, he's just Imba. Alarak is very strong. He's very powerful. But he's not my favorite reason for playing Alarak, though.
Looks like they've got another ship leaving the station.
Let me realize my master plan. Alright, Alarak got popped, so it's time. Summon the dank fleet. How about that, right? You just spawn a bunch of mothership and void rays. That's not bad, right? They last a whole minute. It's pretty tight. And they can actually teleport these units away too, is the cool part.
A main objective has been destroyed.
Wow. Was the enemy expecting mercy?
And his void rays actually do like reflective damage.
Intercept it if you can.
The enemy has close units. Deploy our detectors.
Oh yeah, his detectors are the sentry units, I think. And you can get cloaking for those. That's a good idea.
Our enemies are picking up the base. Expect them soon.
Upgrade ready. Noise.
And what we do is you take all these guys and then you just mulch them. You don't have to be out of energy to use the sacrifice ability, so you can just feed. You can just feed your Templar as much as you want. You can just feed your Templar infinitely when you play Alarak. And eventually they just throw out these little Kamehameha energy balls that do like trillions of damage. Trillions. Yo, Rushy. Yo, thanks for the raid. Loving the Persona overlay. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life right now. It's hot. It's hot Nate summer. You know what I mean? It's hot Nate summer. Oh, that tank on the high ground is getting a couple of my guys. We're good. We're good. Pull back. Pull back. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. They'll automatically eat the guys for energy, but you still manually want to do it as much as you can, just because they have a pretty long cooldown on the consume ability. So look at that. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And then we fire off our little guys. We have Alarak go Super Saiyan, so he gets power for every unit nearby. That raises his attack damage to like 500. He's basically like Darius with his passive fully procced, using his ult on a 5-stack enemy. You may not know what that means, but if you ever find out one day, you'll find that funny. Maybe. Oh, when my units get sacrificed and eaten, it still counts for the unit refund from Han Horner. Oh, so actually I'm getting cash back. I'm getting cash back on all of those? Wow. Han Horner, they got Costco level deals here. Can respect that. Have a great stream. Thanks, man. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your day. I'm just chilling till Stormgate. Just chilling till Stormgate. I freed myself from the shackles of being bound to the StarCraft ladder.
They've loaded up another train. Make sure that cargo doesn't get delivered.
Oh, there's the nukes. There's the nukes. He couldn't have gotten in, right? Oh, okay, okay. It was outside the expansion. It was outside the expansion. Yeah, summon another mama ship. Look at that. Oh, the microwave ability. We love to see it. We love to see it.
One step closer to the end of this fight.
Oh, I missed my pylon overcharge by that little. Did I get money back? Did I just get cash back for my canceled warp ins? No, Nate. Those were, the High Templar just ate those guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. There we go. Now these guys just speed and everything's okay. Everything's okay.
Hostile forces sighted. Be on alert.
I know how to deal with air units. Just send a couple volleys every which way. Nuke 'em. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. That was nasty. Alarak is fun. Hi. Yo. Thanks, Epion. I agree. He's so OP. He's just really fun. It's really fun to run over the enemy with him. He's so strong. And I just love popping off with his ascendants. Just sending out the mass energy waves like that. It does something for me.
Trains on the third rail are fast as hell. Gotta take them out quick.
Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Blammo. Exactly. Fantastic. Fantastic. Cool to see you streaming here. Thank you, Louise. Thank you, sir. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. God bless you. Today's Wednesday, right? Did I get the day wrong again? No, okay. Phew. That would have been really embarrassing, huh? The title of the TikTok live stream is just Happy Wednesday. That's all I put there. Fantastic. Fantastic. You can tell we've got two really good players of this game right here. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Is that a ghost? Is that a ghost? Oh no. Just a sad Marine who's gonna... He went in a little deep without his buddies, I think. You see, as I summon the guys, they instantly get consumed. Yeah, let's get the mothership in here. There we go. Let's get that mama ship. Let's get Big Mama. Let's get Big Mama over here. But thank you. Yeah. I stream on Twitch, YouTube. I've got additional capacity to stream on other platforms. So I might even boot up. I might as well just boot everything up with the setup I've been able to get. I'm kind of excited about it. This thing that I'm testing is going to enable me to be able to do that a little more easily. So it was something I was very specifically concerned about because I want to have as much reach as possible, obviously, but on the other hand, it's like maintain system performance. So I've got something cool in the works. Again, I'm testing something that's a little under construction. So remember back when Stetman's Ultralisks could suplex the trains? Yeah, that was a mood. That was a mood. Oh, isn't this nice? Just look at this. I'll just look at this and think about all the times, all the ass I've kicked in my career. Did you guys know I've won 24 Grandmaster tournaments in this game? It's actually kind of awesome. It's actually kind of awesome. Am I looking into Battle Aces? No, I just don't think that's my kind of game. It's just not really for me. I'm very excited about Stormgate. I think Stormgate is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see what games we have open here. There might be like Nexus Wars. You never know. You never know what people are gonna have up. Zombie World Liberty. Cute Defense. Build your base, survive, and then defeat the cutelings. Well, that's PvP mode. I might try that, but... Oh, PvE Tower Defense. Should I try a new game today? Should I try a new game today for the first time? YOLO. Let's roll the dice. I'm gonna do something I've never done before right here, guys. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. How crazy is that? What's my favorite upcoming off-stream game? Metal Gear Solid Delta. I don't know that I'm gonna stream it. I don't really like streaming cutscene heavy games. So that's probably the biggest game I definitely won't stream. Date night game. Katie actually, I want to make a little graphic or something, but Katie offered to do Resident Evil with me on Friday, so we might do a little Resident Evil 5 co-op. We might get really hammered and play Resident Evil co-op and yell at each other when we die. So we're thinking about doing a bit of that. Just a little something fun. It's a little something fun for the squad. Yeah. You hope the co-op in Stormgate is good. I've played a lot of co-op in Stormgate. I've played a lot. I played a lot of it on all the versions of the game, and I can tell you, at a minimum, I think the worst case scenario is that it'll be too much like StarCraft co-op. And then I think best case scenario, as the game continues to get developed, I think that it'll differentiate itself a little bit more. But the co-op missions that I played in the beta, to me, felt like StarCraft co-op missions in terms of the structure, the layout of the map, the way the enemy waves kind of work and stuff. And I enjoyed that. I had fun doing that. So I think they've already got the formula down. You have to keep in mind the people who did almost... there are debates about how much some of these guys worked on StarCraft for whatever reason, because a lot of them only started working in Heart of the Swarm era. But everybody who worked on co-op, I have no idea how to play this game. This doesn't look like Carbots. This doesn't look like Carbot at all. I think I joined something very wrong. think I joined something very wrong. This does remind me of Cat and Mouse. It does remind me of Cat and Mouse. I have no idea how to play this. What are my teammates doing? Town Hall. They're placing a Town Hall in the corner. Oh, that guy left. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I didn't want to like abandon those guys. This game did not look like what I thought it was from the picture. The picture was a very cute Carbot Zergling, and that is not what we got. I'd like to make it very clear that I was hoping for a cute Carbot Zergling game, and that is not the game that it was. Now let's do Direct Strike. That sounds great to me. Wonder if Stormgate and Zero Space are sharing any engine code. They're both on UE5, but rolled their own pathfinding in netcode. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. Stu. Really like playing Stukov. No? Well, I can select in the game, so it doesn't matter. But I think that there will be a lot, yeah. I think the co-op is already on the level. Got it. Co-op on Stormgates is really good. Yeah, I played a lot of it. I actually played a lot more co-op. You guys, I streamed a lot of the 1v1. I streamed a lot of 1v1, but here's what I'll say about Stormgate co-op. If you ask my wife how many times she's casually walked past me during like the testing phase and all of that, how many times she just walked past in the morning or the evening and I was just playing one co-op game before dinner, or before we went to bed, or before I streamed or whatever. I was doing that all the time. So for me, it's already where I want it to be. I think it's more or less a carbon copy of StarCraft co-op. I don't think it really has anything that sets it apart seriously yet, but I'm also okay with that this early. I do expect and I hope for them to make things a lot more interesting over time. I have that expectation of them to put a lot of good work in building that out, but I'm not. I'm completely fine with playing it the way as it already is. I just hope that for performance reasons they're able to make a lot of progress with system performance, because I think that's probably the biggest issue with the game. I think performance is probably the only issue they really have. Most of the things people are complaining about are just because they don't like that the game's not releasing completely done or whatever. I don't know. A lot of folks kind of convince themselves, like without any evidence, that Frost Giant was trying to say the game's already done, even though it's not. And it's like, eh. But most of the actual, like, I think complaints will probably be centered around performance. That being said, they've already talked about how performance optimization is one of the #1 things that they've been working on before the early access drop. So yeah, well, for them, they're doing optimization in like kinds of cycles too. Because the thing is, like, even though the game itself is still in very early stages, like, you have to remember that in order for them to be able to build the game in the first place, they had to create Snowplay first. And Snowplay is the underlying like game infrastructure that actually is causing the performance limitations, because it's the game engine that lags because there's so many units and stuff. So that is something that will always be being optimized aside from the main game, because it is the underlying infrastructure, and they've obviously developed it entirely on their own, so they don't have to outsource any of that. They have all the people that built it in-house. So I imagine there's probably an internal team that works on like nothing but Snowplay, I would guess. I would guess that there's a team that just works on nothing but that. And then I would guess that they are probably a lot of the same people that work on the actual game. But again, I would be shocked if they weren't dedicating resources to working on that, because they've also said one of their potential ways to make money, since people are so concerned about them going bust, is they can license out the Snowplay engine to other companies that want to do RTS stuff on Unreal 5. So they've basically built an Unreal 5 like engine alternative, more or less, that they can also sell to other companies. So there's multiple different reasons, but the point I'm getting at is the underlying infrastructure is going to be, I think, getting a fairly constant stream of improvements over time. So I would hold out hope if performance is a concern. I think the optimization on that end will always be going. As far as things like graphics optimization go, that's not really an issue for the game yet because they don't have enough things implemented in to even max out graphics card usage. On my 4090, I could not get my GPU usage playing the game above... I couldn't get it above 30 or 40% playing at 4K. I couldn't get my GPU usage above half. There's just... they're not really... At least in the testing builds, they didn't have any real fancy graphics settings available. I think over time they'll probably implement as many Unreal 5 stuff as they can. Like if we get tessellation on the map textures, I think instantly people are going to be like, what a huge graphics upgrade. I had no idea they could do that. But it's like, you know, so hopefully they're doing stuff like that. They get the cute things like that, and that can kind of get the people whining about graphics more on board and stuff. So yeah, if you ask me, the very last thing that Frost Giant will do, and I'm not speaking on their behalf, this is not private information, the very last thing Frost Giant is going to do before they go to 1.0 is probably do a full graphics pass over on everything. Like I would legitimately, if I could put money on it, I would say that's going to be the last thing they do. The very last thing they do before they say the game is done is they will probably replace almost every graphics asset in the game, except for the ones that people really like. And that's going to be a smart thing to do because all of those complaints, there won't be anything to say. They'll just be like, yeah, look at everything that we changed. So Factorio did that in Satisfactory. Yeah, you know, Baldur's Gate put a lot of graphics stuff in towards the end. At least from what I saw following it anyway. I didn't follow that one as much as some of the others, but performance optimization for another game I Kickstarter backed was probably what? Another Unreal game actually was that Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. They had a bunch of issues because the Unreal Engine actually runs like crap on like the Nintendo Switch, more or less. So that was the biggest complaint about that game, was the Nintendo Switch version was horrible. And they've made it slightly better since then. It's still not really good, but the game is like really gorgeous on PC. And then you play it on anything else and you're like, oh, I can see that this wasn't very optimized because it's clearly turned a lot of settings down. But the cool thing about long term anyway, as far as like big picture stuff goes, Stormgate supports NVIDIA RTX features, and there hasn't really been much discussion about this, but I'm going to be making some really technical videos about it because I want to post them on the r/NVIDIA subreddit and get karma. So people will tell me I'm smart and know about computers. I don't need money. I just need people to tell me that I haven't wasted my life learning all of this stuff. Little real raw moment there. Look at me, by the way. I'm pushing on my own. Give me that bunker. Smack that. Smack that. Look at me. I earned a utility truck. Holy shit. I got a free car. How are they going to get it to me? How am I supposed to get my utility truck from this guy? So yeah. Plus, I don't know if you guys have seen what they're already offering as far as the in-game digital goodies go for Stormgate, but they're already doing some really complex stuff that even StarCraft didn't have. Like you can just get a skin for how Shroud looks in the game, just the creep. Like there's a creep skin already that you can get. I think if you like pre-order the Ultimate Edition, then maybe that's expensive, but the fact that that's an option is like, oh, so we're gonna have options to be able to configure how creep looks. And apparently for that, it's just for you. So it doesn't affect what the other player sees, I think, for that skin. That was what I heard anyway. So they're doing some stuff. They're gonna give people kind of cute options to have things like that. And that to me is something that I can really get excited about. So now let's get a second gas and then go to tier 2. We've done our job. I've done my job. Nobody in this game can say that I'm griefing. I put the team on my back for the first half, all right? You just hope they have great support for low-end PCs. So during the test, since we're off of our NDAs, basically, No, we are. I don't know of any unannounced information anymore, so I can say that genuinely. So we have, there were 2 builds that we were playing on Steam, and if you guys played the open test, you probably saw it there too. But the game, they are offering DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 versions of the game. But as far as graphics performance goes, once they actually add graphics options to the game and everything isn't just, you know, baseline Unreal, I think it'll be really cool to see what the gains you can get just because they have like DLSS and stuff, which StarCraft obviously doesn't have. So there are some cool newer techs that can be used, especially if you're not a competitive player, but you still get low performance. Just because this, I mean, it's a bit of a catch-22, right? They have support frame generation, which is obviously only available on expensive computers. That being said, if you play an expensive computer and you're one of those guys that's like, man, I can't believe StarCraft runs like crap on my really nice rig. I worked so hard to make this run well. Well, at the very least, they do offer frame generation, which looks pretty nice. It works decently. It doesn't improve latency, which is something that's really important to get across, but it will give you that smoothness of having more frames. It just doesn't really help input latency. So like there is stuff like that to kind of help mitigate. And I think for mid and low end machines, a lot of people will probably really enjoy DLSS. And I assume potentially as well at some point in the line, down the line, maybe XeSS or AMD FSR. But the game, when I played it, it only supported DLSS and Unreal TSR. And TSR is also fantastic. It's another upscaling method that basically is just Unreal's built-in scaler. So there are some people that like it. I personally think DLSS looks a lot nicer than TSR does, but TSR is still pretty good. Well, FrameGen doesn't necessarily add latency as much as you get the baseline, right? It creates extra frames, but the frames are not actually being generated by the game. So your input latency will always be based off of the base resolution, so the base frame rate. So if you're running FrameGen at 60 hertz, that means your game is actually running at 30 FPS and it's being AI doubled to 60. So visually it'll have the smoothness of it, but it doesn't necessarily add input delay. It will have the same, it doesn't decrease it though either at all. So it won't make your game actually play as smooth as 120 FPS if you go like, if you had a 120 hertz monitor and you could only get 70 or 80 FPS, then you would use this and it would lock your game to 60 FPS and then the AI would double it to 120. So you would end up with more overall frames per second, but you would lose about 10 frames of latency basically. So you could go from 70 FPS to 120, but you'd gain a little bit of delay in that scenario. So from that perspective, it's true. But the cool thing is that if you're someone that's only going to play co-op where you're like, oh, I'm just, in co-op, I just want it to not look like a slideshow when the game is lagging crazy hard. And it'll at least smooth that out a little bit. It won't help with input latency, but instead of dropping to 20 frames per second, you would drop to 40. And for some people, that's enough, right? For many people, it may end up being enough, but the fact that they have technology like that in the game is very cool, though, because it's just nice, right? DLSS is going to be driver dependent soon as well, with the changes NVIDIA's making to their release cadence this year. So that means it doesn't matter what version of DLSS a game ships with. You're going to be able to pick what version you want for any app at some point within the next 6 months. So it makes any game that offers DLSS or any DLSS features a lot more attractive, in my opinion, since you're not going to have to worry about the developer actually messing with it too much anymore. Wouldn't that make you play better overall? Again, it wouldn't affect anything you do input-wise because the frames aren't real. They're AI generated and interpolated between your actual frames so that it just makes it look smoother. That's all. It just makes it look nicer, but it doesn't increase the speed at which you can input into the game. So that's the drawback. That's the drawback to it. The upside is you can go from 40 frames per second to 80. The downside is it'll still feel like you're playing at 40 FPS, if that makes sense. there are already third-party tools you can use to do things like triple frame gen, where it interpolates every third frame, so you can get it to triple your FPS. But it also, at that point, you know, like, again, in the wrong usage, that can triple your input delay. But you could go from 30 FPS to 90, but it would still feel like you're driving through mud, because it wouldn't, you know, it would be like playing with like 70 or 80 extra ping, basically. I don't know. Something in that realm. Here goes. Here comes the Nathan wave. Here comes the Nathan wave. Here we go. Here we go. It's time to get her done. You know what? You know what? Here we go. Time to rib it and rip it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go tier 3. And we'll get, we got to get an overseer. Probably should help my team with some level of detection. Adaptive frame gen would be great in single player games. Well, if you guys want to have your minds blown as far as gaming and technology go, I actually think we got probably some of the best news from Microsoft. They've got a lot of heat for their dumb AI stuff and their horrible decisions with Windows. But there is a feature in Windows that is going to be baked in the next, I think, 6 months. I use Canary builds because I love messing with stuff like this. I have not seen it pop up on my Canary build yet, but they do have in the works the ability to actually set, imagine this, they're going to have the ability for DLSS, FSR, or XeSS to automatically scale any application you want in Windows based on a power target, a resolution target, or a frame rate target. So at some point within the next year, if you're on a somewhat updated build of Windows 11, you're going to be able to say that you want all of your games to play at this resolution or this FPS, and then the operating system can actually just dynamically do that. That's just going to be a thing. That's a whole API that they're building in. It's called DirectSR. It's called DirectSR. It stands for Direct Super Resolution. It's going to be a native Windows feature. You'll be able to configure global settings for any full screen application, but you'll also be able to set individual profiles for applications as well. So you could say, I just wanted to make it so that the resolution automatically upscales from whatever it needs to be so that my frame rate will always be 60 FPS, right? Now, in some games, when the resolution is, when you use dynamic resolution and your frame rate changes very heavily, you can get big drops or lag from increases in level of detail, but that's kind of what comes with the territory. So it can make things a little loopy. Any kind of dynamic resolution feature can always be loopy, but this is more or less what consoles use to play games. So they were going to unify how they play the game at the DirectX level instead of everyone having their own API stack. Yeah, exactly. But there are other advanced features. I mean, I just read all the crap that they put out about all of this stuff, but there's going to be configurable area for it in the Windows menu, to the best of my knowledge anyway. So whether they implement it themselves or they just enable developers to implement that at the driver level, then yeah, it may just be something you end up doing through the NVIDIA driver as well. It may not be accessible through Windows directly, but they're streamlining. It is exactly what you said, though. They're streamlining the game so that those scalers can plug in at the the lowest level possible, so that they basically can give you the best performance possible. But that's going to be like a really cool thing, a big shift in terms of the way that people are handling tech with a lot of this stuff. Is they're trying to make it accessible to people that aren't experts with it. So that's what they're trying to do with their AI crap anyway. So their idea is that if you're playing games that are lagging, or if you're the kind of person that just has no competence at all when it comes to your PC hardware, and you're just like, I just want to play the game, right? Then boom, you can do stuff like that. Wouldn't that make you play better overall, rounding down to 60 from 75 and then boosting to 120? Well, again, you'd be adding that 15 milliseconds of FPS. You'd be adding those 15 frames as latency. So you'd be losing having those as the most refreshed frames. That being said, there are actually other side benefits to frame generation, and sometimes frame generation can give an even smoother experience than you would expect, because a lot of people a lot of people try and make it so that their systems are always running as maxed out as possible at the frame rate they want, right? So you might say, look, I have all my settings cranked as hard as possible so that my computer barely hits 120 because that's what I want. But when you're doing that, that means that your GPU is under full load too, right? As far as rasterization goes, you're generating as many FPS as you can. On the other hand, cutting back on those 15 FPS can actually reduce overhead on your graphics card enough, since the tensor cores are what do the frame generation, to the point where your actual 60 FPS becomes smoother than that 75. You know, there are, as far as system latency goes, you're always going to have an increase in latency anytime your graphics card or your CPU hits 100% or 99%. If you really want to avoid, you know, 1% low situations as much as possible, then you want your GPU usage to be capping closer to like 90 or somewhere in that 80 to 90% range. Because as soon as it hits the very tip top and anything, you know, and it has to stop or slow down, whatever, like your frame time may not always be very smooth, even if you have that 75 FPS may not be delivering every frame with the same distance between them, is what I'm trying to say. But if you do lower FPS, then the distance between those 60 frames is going to be perfectly metered out because the GPU isn't running at full bore. So that's the kind of nerdy stuff I like to read about in my spare time. But it gets me excited because I like that stuff's being more directly implemented at the operating system level. They did it to me again. They made me fill out the CAPTCHA. Fantastic. Yo, Playboy, good to see you, man. You want to get in the next one? I could try to host one. But yeah, stuff like that is going to be really cool. So the other nice thing about some of these things too is that it can, as far from what I'm hoping, is that at the operating system level or the driver level, they can just universally implement it so that game developers don't necessarily have to build support in as much. But that might be like a future DLSS thing that will just take us some time to get to as well. Yeah, let's build Rainer. Let's play Rainer. What do we got? No Fog of War. No shields on the base. Get a powerful bonus. Okay. Sounds good to me. We got vultures, baby. Let's go. We got vultures. Let's see. Damage, range, move speed. Let's take the damage. Why not? Why not? Let's give him the range there real quick. We'll get that quick +1 Areno behind it.
Say again?
Get that mineral. Get that middle back. There we go. Give us that extra half a mineral a minute. As a gamer and lover of learning, having a mega nerd performance friend is awesome. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Research complete.
Need more spider mines. I want everything. I want everything. Oh, he went Banshee after that too, didn't he? He went Banshee. Oof. Oof. That's fine. That's fine. We have ways. We have ways of making you talk. Reduce the cost of all units by 5 until they are placed. Hyperion cost is reduced by 50 instead. Ah, I see. So the mule just makes your stuff cheaper for a little bit. That's cool. I don't even know if that just did. I don't even know if that did anything. I don't know. They don't give you the full value refund option. Oh, probably because I'm already there, huh?
Your research is ready.
I need my scans, though. I need to get to tier 2. Those wraiths. The wraiths absolutely ruining my day. Yeah, place them mines, baby. Place them. Oh my god, did I not switch my screen to the in-game? I'm sorry, guys. I guess I am relaxed today, huh? What do I have for detectors? Nothing. I just gotta use the scan. That's fair, that's fair. Them friggin' wraiths, bro. There's my scan. I hope I didn't use it too early. No, I have another one. It's fine. I think you get 2 per life. We got him. We got him. It's all good. The spider mines are pretty good against the roaches, too, so it's not that bad, actually. Could move the marines up front, almost. Hell yeah. Look at us go. Singing at a time.
Upgrade complete.
And I guess we just save up our money the next time we want to make units. The scan is auto-cast? Oh, it works on the Hyperion. That's cool. You have a feeling that would be better for single-player games, not multiplayer? Well, I think for co-op, I think it's a really... Frame generation is a really interesting conversation subject because, again, you would always rather have... You'd almost always rather have the better raw frame rate than double the frames and, you know, have the latency from that. But I think there's a unique value proposition in an RTS game like this. And I think the reason for that is even if you have a really good graphics card, you can still get really low frame rates because these game engines have to sync hundreds of actions per second between both players, right? And then you have a game where you have potentially, 3 players in co-op. That means if everybody's got a couple hundred actions per minute, that's an incredible amount of data to have to process, right? That's one of the reasons why why it lags so much. It's one of the reasons why it's so laggy. So how do you deal with that? Well, obviously they can try to optimize the engine and better CPUs can come out. But in between, now, you know, I remember how I mentioned that my graphics card doesn't even get used 30% playing Stormgate at 4K with no DLSS. It doesn't go above 30-40% usage. Remember how I said that? Well, now if I'm CPU limited in a crazy late co-op game and I'm down to 20 FPS, at the very least I can spare myself some misery by by turning on frame gen, and then it makes it just maybe barely less painful than it was before. So I think that's where you leverage it. But obviously long term, your hope is that they're going to be able to optimize it to the point where, you know, you're not going from 30 to 60, you're going from like, oh yeah, 60 to 120. You know, that sounds nice. I'd like to go from 60 to 120. And then if I felt like my baseline FPS was always 60, then if you were comfortable with the 60 FPS input latency, then you could just turn that on and never have to worry about your performance again. So from that angle, it actually becomes really nice because you can completely get rid of all the variance, right, in your performance more or less by capping it that much. You'd save a tremendous amount of headroom, which would enable you when it spikes to not lag as much. So you can still end up having to wait for your teammates lagging, I guess, but I think that's a part of the netcode that they have is it shouldn't be that impactful. No, Nate. Use the mule. Spam Marine. Don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. Seriously impressive that they have rewindable netcode. Dude, the rollback works great. I can tell that it's not perfectly synced anymore, but that enables you to have a really high FPS. So long term, the rollback netcode will make system performance less reliant on the other people that are already in the game with you, which I do think is a big key to success for them, to let people with high-end rigs do their thing. In StarCraft 2, if somebody in the game lags enough, everybody's game will lag because the engine running on the server has to keep up. So your game can't really run faster than the server, even if you're getting more frames. But in Stormgate, now the guy that's lagging, he can get left behind a little bit and have to play catch up instead of ruining the game for everybody else and making everybody stare at a player waiting screen. That guy will just have to roll back. Or catch up, whatever. Technology like that can also be what enables things like in-client spectating of games, although I don't think they've talked about that at all because it's probably very far away. And I guess maybe that's not possible, but I think it's more on the table now anyway. If the clients don't all have to be 100% perfectly synced for the game to play and people can play catch up coming in or out, then I think that helps a lot. Man, his roaches are ruining me. Is it time, Nathaniel? Is it time? I mean, I've got a lot of mines on the field. That's part of why we're not going to lose this game. So no, I don't want to get rid of them. I really like my Widow mines. My little spider mine guys. So what are you going to do about these guys? Yeah, build some Marauders. Build some Marauders. That's fine. That's fine. What does he have? He's got life steal. Oh, goodness. Okay, so he's really strong. Yeah. That's fair. Look at this beautiful mess. Oh, I see. The mule affects every unit. Ah. Interesting. Oh, it stacks too. Holy crap. They actually did make this not suck. That's incredible. They actually did fix Rainer in co-op. I had no idea. You thought rollback was also for like SC2's US versus Brazil match issues? Yeah, that too. I mean, it's never going to be a perfect experience playing with that kind of distance between players. But the fact that there's just even a little bit of tolerance for desync now just opens up the game to be a lot better to play. I'll be honest with you, the test servers, to the best of my knowledge, it was all one server, so there were definitely people playing with latency, but I never really felt that much latency in any Stormgate game I played, compared to Zero Space, where I think they might even just be running peer-to-peer. But, you know, I really struggled FPS-wise in that game comparatively. Yeah, his Ravager guys are tough. They chonky. He got that chonk. He got that chonk going. Yeah, I probably can't read that one, can you? There you go. Let me move some of these guys around. There you go. Trying to make it so you can read the text on there in case anybody that comes in. We'll do more StarCraft ladder when there's like new maps or a patch or something. But I'm never gonna force myself. I'm never gonna have to force myself to do it again. So I can wait for that day. It's nice. Having my liberation of Harley Quinn moment here. So many entities to sync. Yeah, like when I think about the performance problems for Stormgate, again, I love the game. I really enjoyed playing co-op, but the performance is definitely going to be the biggest thing because again, I'm talking about my experience, but I have an extremely high-end PC, you know. My system is really it's like a 1%er computer. I acknowledge that. I invest a lot into my rig because it's been my job for like 15 years just on my computer, so it makes a lot of sense that I would want to have as good a machine as I can get, but a lot of people won't have a machine as good as mine, obviously. So it makes me nervous, man. Co-op, think about it. In Stormgate, the maximum amount of supply that you can get is like, what, 300? So we're talking about a game where in co-op it's 3 players. So that means 900 supply just for the humans. So then you have to ask yourself, well, how do you fight a human team that has 900 supply? Or how do you keep them from having 900 supply? Well, you got to throw lots of units at them. You got to throw a lot of crap at the players in order to do that. So then I'm like, well, how many enemy units is it going to spawn at once? If the combined supply of the human players at 10 minutes is 500 supply, are they spawning a 500 army supply wave to push? Like, I think it's awesome if that's the case, but again, that's one of those things that becomes a question of performance over time. So hopefully we're able to see them find creative ways to tackle this, or maybe they are just able to make a lot of improvements once they focus on it, but it will be, I think, their biggest test. Yeah, Hockey Dangler, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But they're working on some cool stuff. Yeah, but once he gets through, he's going to have to go through all of our spider mines. So it's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Let's make it count. What's up?
It's fine. Everything's fine. Hyperion increases weapon damage of nearby units by 2. Hell yeah.
Break it down.
Hell yeah. You better believe it. Look at that. Look at that. That is just, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Here we go. Yo, Vamp Creations, what's up? Good to see you. Now I'm just playing some StarCraft. We're just playing Direct Strike, co-op, chill stuff today. Nothing crazy going on. I'm not streaming 1v1 ladder anymore, so I'm gonna try and find as many different things to do between now and when Stormgate launches as I can. Is my game plan, more or less. Maybe I'm okay. I mean, I did jump in pretty deep with that. That's fair. That's fair. How about we just get more battle cruisers then? What do you guys think about that? You guys like battle cruisers? I can't see any reason why not to. I can't think of any reason why not to get battle cruisers here. Nate, your team probably wants you to make siege tanks. Yeah. Yeah, he's making Hydras. Get tanks. Your battle cruiser's gonna get wrecked by Stetman. They're gonna get wrecked by Stetman. Stetman guys, okay. Let's build some tanks. Did that one at least make it in? Yes, it did. Doing God's work, Nathan. You do you? Hell yeah, man. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sitting here holding this F key trying to build a tank while my army's about to fight. Yeah, we need those Giga Chad tanks. Gotta transition into a little bit of mech here, I guess. I probably didn't need this many Marines, but... Oh, get rid of the Marauders. Get rid of the Marauders. That's the play. Get rid of the Marauders. Get yourself a big mamma jamma of tanks. There you go. Aren't you so much happier now? Oh, you can make tanks siege faster, too. Beautiful. Let's get all the upgrades.
Research complete.
That's what I like. Beautiful. B-E-A-utiful. We got a nice thing going here. We got a great thing going here. Those are the Flying Reaper guys, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty nuts. Oh, my tank siege so fast. Oh, that's incredible. That's amazing. Imba, 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 imba. Look at this guy. Look at my Hyperion go. Oh, he's getting the medic heal. He's getting the medic heal. Oh, oh, tasteless! Technically, this is still PvP, so. There is a human on the other end losing this game to me. There's actually 3 of them, so in case you guys needed that. What guys do I have? Oh yeah, I've been using the Infested Banshee. Yeah, I do like the Infested Banshee. It's a pretty good one. No, we've got him, right? They're cooked. Look at this push. Oh, the siege tank sealed the deal. By opening up with the vultures, they were never able to get across the map at the start of the game. So we just kind of snowballed the middle income advantage. We snowballed the middle income advantage quite a bit. It's a little bit of a take my whiskey neat situation. Scoop de Poop was victorious. What a fantastic username. Fantastic. How did we do? Oh, my APM. I was 41 APM. Look at me. Look at me. I destroyed them. I'd over double the APM of every... In Direct Strike, that means something. How many kills did I have? Oh. Is there a game of Nexus Wars up? Because that's what I want to play. I want to play Nexus Wars. I want to play a game of Nexus Wars. I'm just going to host it. Just gonna host it. You got the sniper people have given up on me laddering today, right? They're not gonna harass us here, I think. 4v4, beautiful, beautiful. There you go. Name it free beer. That's how you do it. Very responsible name. Hey man, taking care of your pet, right? That's what it's all about. If you leave your dog's mess everywhere, that's the same thing as animal abuse. It's not good. Don't do it, guys. Clean up after your pets. They deserve a clean world too. I will just see. If nobody joins this at all, we can join some other game, but I figured I'd try. I figured I would try. I need a beer. There you go. Hell yeah, brother. I'm hitting them up in that in-game chat. Hit me up with the sound of opening a beer. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That was 2 hours. 2 hours later than here was Central Time. Mountain, then Central Time, right? I think from West Coast goes Pacific, Mountain, Central, East. Midnight here, beer time, if only Friday. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. The Europeans are trying to be responsible. I get that. Look, I'm not here to ruin your... I'm not here to make it so you don't get your year token, okay? I'm just drinking water. That's all I've got. There's no implication here. Yeah, nobody wants to play Nexus Wars, huh? That's brutal. I'm just going to keep joining random games. If you want to try to join the same game as me, you can, but I don't think if I host a game, it's going to start. So I'm not even going to try. I'm just not even going to try. Oh, someone started a 1-lane version. There you go. I just joined that. I did try. We waited like 3 or 4 minutes doing absolutely nothing, so... Maybe people found the OG Nexus Wars was too hard. I don't know. There were some like abusable strats, I guess. Sentry push. Sure. Why not? We all make 2 sentries. You know, if he's going to politely give orders, I will listen. I'm a nice guy like that. I just need to get 75 minerals before I can pop it again. Look at us go. Look at our little sentry push. It's beautiful. Never thought I'd die fighting side by side alongside a barcode. I butchered that quote. Sorry.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Nexus Wars is great because it always has a slow start, but it always finishes with just mass. Once you get hero units out, you know, things get a little funky, but it always gets ugly towards the end. Hero Wars is just the kind of game that gets... Nexus Wars is just the kind of game that just always gets ugly as it goes on. Sentries are one of your favorite units in Desert Strike back in the day. People got so mad. Well, I think in this mode, I'm pretty sure the Guardian Shields like stack and work against everything. It's kind of busted. We need at least 1 Zerg. Who wants to go Zerg? Oh my god. Am I going to be an American hero? I got you. I'm going to be an American hero. Look at me. Literally saving Earth. Literally saving Earth. No, it's not easy. It's not easy being a hero. It's true. You know how tight that spandex is? God damn. There, look, we got an early nuke out of him. Beautiful. 410 nuke. It worked. Oh, I want Vipers. How do I grief? How do I get Vipers? Hydra? Okay, let's get a Hydra. I'd need to build a Queen, though. Nate, you should build a Queen at some point. No, everybody knows, though. Double Sentry. If everybody goes Double Sentry in Nexus Wars, it's crazy strong. Because, again, all the Guardian shields stack, so you just get some unkillable units. Just look at this. This is disgusting. It's an abomination. Should never be allowed to happen. The custom games in StarCraft were always like one of my favorite things about it. There's some great stuff. There was some really revolutionary stuff there. The Queen will spawn creep for all my units to move down the map faster, and it also is stealth detection. So getting one early is still a good move. Just getting even just one is nice, but having a couple spaced out so they don't all spawn at the same time and you can keep a creep highway going. Especially when your strategy is just rushing Vipers, you know, that's going to be so useful for me to have all that creep when I rush Vipers. No, I didn't think it through very well. They're going to start to snowball, though, so we got to prepare. We got to prepare for something that can deal with this. Hellions, Hydras. I mean, Colossus could be good against this, but do we have a Protoss? We got 2 Protoss. 1 Terran, 1 Zerg. Okay, okay. I'll be the Zerg, because I'm a good guy like that. I never get to play Zerg. I never have a good excuse to play Zerg. And now that I kind of have this weird one, you know, I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with it. Maybe I should get a Pylon, though. Oh, yeah, they're going into Immortals with this, too. Yeah, Muta won't do anything. Lurkers, Nate. Let's get a Lurker. Yeah, let's go Lurkers, actually. That's probably the move.
Your forces are under attack.
Let's get 1 Lurker. The way units in this game line up, I don't know. Oh, I see my creep spread, by the way.
Your forces are under attack.
Get a Banpai. Get a Banpai, and then more Queens. I will nuke at the second ramp. Okay, so we're fine. We don't have to worry. We don't have to worry. He's going to use his first nuke. We're already up 1, so this will put us back to even. Except now we have a chance to win the game. He's got a very powerful setup that we can't do too much about, so. Was it worth it? Is that the enemy saying that?
Your forces are under attack.
Technically, if he's upset enough to bring it up, then it was definitely worth it, so. Everybody knows responding to the other person is always an instant loss when you're on the internet. We all knew that, right? Yeah, obviously. Get my SCV fighting in there, too. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now you can repair too, it's free, so you just kind of try to keep anything alive that you can. You can repair any unit in this mode, by the way, worth pointing out. So there's a couple different ways that Defender's advantage exists from that. My usual strategy would just be to go mass Thors, and then everybody repairs the 1 Thor right as it barely gets out, and then it wipes the whole wave on its own. And then you don't have to nuke. So that's why I would normally go Terran. I would normally go Terran in this. But since he asked for somebody to play Zerg so nicely, I just felt like, obviously, I had to. So I'm still going to do my dumb strategy, though, because that's who I am. Let's upgrade the Banpai, go into Vipers. I'm being really greedy because we get this push no matter what, so the idea now is everything I'm doing is preparing for when eventually we reach the other side of the map, and then they nuke again, and they push all the way back to us, and I want us to be able to defend without a nuke. So that's kind of where my logic's going. Everyone would go mass carrier in the middle. Yeah, and then they would change the rally point. Maybe that's why people play single lane. Maybe single lane just exists to get around the stuff people kind of exploited. People did kind of exploit the middle a lot on those, so it's not even very surprising, honestly. Should I go Broodlords? Yeah, he doesn't really have too much for that. Yeah, get a Broodlord, Nate. Treat yourself, and then you can get a Viper. There you go. There you go. You don't have to grief your team. Look at you. Look at you. That's beautiful. I'm proud of you, Nate. I'm proud of you. You did something big today. Single lane is so much better. Yeah, I hosted a regular one and nobody joined and I didn't get it. And then I go and I look and I see somebody hosted a single lane and it's full. And I'm like, I guess I'll try hosting one of these if there's not one after. Your preferred builds are really stupid things like mass science vessel. Yeah, science vessel and Thors, and just make a big brick. And then eventually the whole game lags out for everybody because you have like 80 Thors on the map because none of them can move through the middle. It's fantastic. I told you guys I'm a bad person, right? Just wanted to be clear on that. I called it the I have a better CPU than you build, and then I would just micro my hero and they wouldn't be able to micro their heroes because they'd be lagging too much. When you're playing, you know, life or death, Nexus Wars, anything goes. Even Dom Toretto knows you don't mess around in Nexus Wars. Look at this push we have, though. Look how massive this wall is. This is beautiful. Ooh. So now you see we're up one nuke again. So all we have to do, if we want to be in a really good spot, is just stop this push. So I could rush a hero. That's like, I'm kind of thinking about rushing a hero. But you need 1,000 minerals to get one, so I'm not really there either. The Broodlords could end up turning this, though.
Your forces are under attack.
This way the queens will be spaced out for the creep. Not that it matters anyway. But I'm gonna probably make ground units at some point. Yeah, Nate, you're gonna need more broods. Force them to make anti-air. You get income for spawning units too, so the more time I spend not spending my resources, the less I'm getting from them, if that makes sense. It's like a combination of like tug of war, but also spawn. It's like spawn defense, spawn tug of war, spawn D tug of war, I guess. If you played Brood War, Spawn D was one of my favorite Brood War custom games too. They've got a lot of immortals. They've got a pretty tremendous. Oh, I see. They're going Spectres for their big anti-air, huh? Rocking the time warp on the mothership too. It was very strong.
Your forces are under attack.
Not me, he says. What does he have that's shooting my air units there, though? I guess if I might have to sink them.
Your forces are under attack.
There we go. Got them all synced. Beautiful. Someone call it. Do not double nuke. They're like, somebody has to take ownership of this nuke so that we don't ruin everything. Scourge. We go Scourge here. I don't know if that really works in this mode.
Your forces are under attack.
But at this point now, it should slowly turn around and go back the other way, and that's going to give me time. That's going to give me time to finish my greedy strategy. Unless they still push through and kill us here, in which case I've made a terrible mistake. But I do have a non-zero amount of Broodlords, so I'm also hoping that they're able to contribute just a smidge.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm gonna need to get upgrades for the broodlings maybe at some point too. These guys do not hit very hard. If I can get up to a hero, then we're totally fine, but this is gonna be tough. It's gonna be just taking a little here. My greed may have been the end of me, which it typically is, but to be fair, it's part of who I am. Got a lot of stuff coming out. The Tempest just showed up at the worst possible time. If you guys haven't noticed, I don't play Zerg in Nexus Wars very often. I'm gonna try for it. We're almost there anyway. This is usually why they wait for people to get up to the second ramp before they nuke though. Okay, that guy wants to do it. Great. Great. Gonna get an Odin. Oh, did he just whiff with the nuke completely? Is that it? Gotta try to go for my second one. No, I think he whiffed with that one too. That's brutal. I don't think there's anything we can really do here at this point, right? I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. Oh, look at his base layout too. Oh yeah, no. All his units are stuck because of the way he ranged the base. Yeah, well, that'll do it. That'll do it. It's Ogre, man. It's Ogre. I should have switched to Terran. You don't get money back from salvaging in this mode, so if you go one way, you can't really change directions. But I think we are cooked. I think we are cooked. Let me see if there's another lobby of this open. A lot of direct strike games. There we go. There's another one lane. I'm gonna do my Terran build this time now. I tried to do what the barcode told me to do, and it did not work. It did not work. Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, Pinochle, hope you're having a nice day, man. Yeah, you spend your resources, that increases your income, and then you also get income for them killing. You also get income for destroying units. Sorry for making you guys look at my laundry. Nathan got a nice workout in before the stream today. I wasn't joking the other day when I said it would be a better use of my time to just walk more outside instead of streaming ladder. So that's what I'm doing now. I want a nice Nice couple miles. Got a couple miles in this morning before the heat came in. It was nice. Uh-oh. Fisher Price. Yeah. Tenmu CPU? Oh, this one's not on the Brazil server either. That's very nice. And these are the old Reapers that do 9 damage versus light, so they're really good at the start. They're kind of like the anti-sentry build if you open with a bunch of Reapers, just because of the bonus damage against light helps. Although I guess if everybody goes double sentry, that's sometimes still too much, because the Reaper's attacks are still split, but taking 2 damage off of 9... it's not that bad. Taking 2 damage off of... what does the Reaper do now? It's like 4 times 2. If it's not against light. Yeah, it's 4. Then it's literally half damage. Yeah, running's nice. Running's nice. It went from really cold to really hot out here. It's been, I think today's been a little easier though, actually. Let me see. Today, right now it's 80 degrees, and that's yeah. So today, right now I'm at the high, so it's at 80 degrees right now. Yesterday it was 90, so a whole 10-degree difference in just one day is quite nice. It's the high is supposed to be 80 for the rest of the week, so that's really, really nice. But when it was getting up to like 90, it was like, oh my god, that just never feels good. Never feels good. Especially, you know, I live somewhere humid too, so it's like, yeah. I like that these guys kind of enjoy hitting them with the nuke gun ramp. Bruh. Yeah, I just wanted to play. If everybody brings their SCVs to fight, we can get through like some portion of it. Because the workers are unkillable, so you just send them to harass. I usually just prio whatever the weakest unit is. That's how I try to deal with it. You don't really get like giga punished until they're killing buildings. So as long as they're not able to actually kill any buildings and we can turn it around, then we're fine. It's a key aspect of the strat we're doing. Because what I want to do is not have to. If we don't spend anything, then it becomes so much easier for me to. Yeah, we are actually turning this around too. It's a really nice thing. Let me pop the barrier on the Immortal. Oh, that guy just quit? They just bailed on us? That's unfortunate. We literally defended it and then the guy rage quit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Imagine leaving as soon as the momentum shifts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Isn't that bizarre? You just picked up Persona 5 in the Steam sale. You're a fan of that game, right? I might have to try and play it before Stormgate comes out. Yeah, my first time playing Persona 5, it took me about 120 hours to complete the game with the best ending. So It's gonna take you some time, but it's a good game. It's a very good game. Yeah, I just assume they're mentally weak, but we'll see what we can do. And I didn't game over very many times in my run because I've played a lot of Persona games before. I was good at the game, so I just kind of went through. I did everything I could, reached the end, 120 hours. But I did not really redo that many boss fights. I one-shot most of them, so I played on hard mode. Great game though, fantastic game. Love all the Persona games. Well, the modern ones anyway. There's no modern version of Persona 1 or 2, but those games are like about vastly different things, so I still have to get back on. I have to get back on Persona 3. I have Persona 3 remake. One of these days, like, I want to do, and, you know, if we're doing chill streams like this is pretty nice, but like some days I'm gonna probably not stream every day before Stormgate drops, because again, I'm taking most of this as like mental health time, so I need to set aside time to just play that instead of streaming one of these days and just play Persona all day. That's what I want to do. You were there in 2017 when you streamed P5. Yeah, it was great. It was a good time. It was fun. I was going through some really, really tough stuff in my life at that point. I was going through some crazy stuff. I was going through some crazy tough stuff at that time in my life when I played through that game. That game helped me a lot with that, I think.
Your forces are under attack.
No, I'm gonna make my Brick of Thors. That's what I want to do anyway. That's what I want to try to make happen. Just a shame they don't let you put the Thor in single target mode, because then it would be incredibly good. We don't need them anyway. No, we don't. You get buffs when your teammates drop in this kind of situation. I think you get their stuff too. It gets like spread out among you. Yeah, so now we just have more units. I might stream some League too. I need to stream some more League of Legends. I realize StarCraft people don't hate League anymore because they're all just fanboys of Raynor. So now that he plays it all the time, it's not taboo to mention it anymore. I'm gonna bring my Curse Malzahar memes back for a day or two. I don't have a lot of good ideas for what to stream between now and Stormgate launch, so I don't want to play ranked SC2 anymore, so I'm just not going to. Every time I try to stream ladder, I just run into like those same 5 guys that try to snipe me constantly, so it's just not worth it anymore. I'll try to think of some more fun stuff to do between now and then, but it's gonna be it's a long 20 days. It's a long 20 days we're waiting, huh? A long 20 days. Your favorite JRPGs, the series? You know, I haven't played that many JRPGs. I really like Persona, probably just because I played Persona 4 Golden at the recommendation of someone, and I thought I like the style of those types of games, I guess. I played a lot of Square JRPGs. It's most stuff that's catered towards audiences that want Japanese stuff. It's a lot of like creepy weird stuff, you know, like all the really the anime girl stuff where it's like, you know, people just use it to justify the most weird shit, honestly. So I don't touch most of it, but I do like those games. I don't feel like they lean as much on that kind of stuff, the like sexualization of all the characters as much. That being said, you can date and bang any of them, so I mean, at least you don't have to if you don't want to. All my Thors get caught on like the one guy there, huh? I just gotta try and rush out like a Kerrigan. No, it's alright. We're cooked. Those immortals are gonna smoke these Thors like nothing.
Your forces are under attack.
Well, maybe with the nuke, we can turn it around and get the brick going. Maybe with the nuke, we turn it around, we get the brick. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay because I said it's okay. Gets a couple cheeky upgrades.
Your forces are under attack.
I mean, this either turns it a little bit so we either get one more push here or they break through us again and we lose. But I'm trying to lean into some like cheesily fast upgrades and see if I can do anything here, just a smidge anyway. If we can slow push this the way back though, then there's pretty good opportunity. At this point, we just kind of let that Benpai sit and we are going to rush for the hero. But look at this, we're actually getting a little bit of a stack going. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Your friend was trying out Perfect Dark. Oh, nice, nice. Looks like StarCraft. Hey, Tim. Yeah, my competitive career in StarCraft is officially over. I'm playing custom games and chilling until Stormgate drops, or they patch StarCraft, whichever comes first. If they do anything to get players back, I promise I'll come back and play this and stream it and all that. Well, we actually are. We are gaming. We are gaming again. Yeah, they did clear that wave out, but I may be able to do something now. We'll see. Maybe not, but maybe. Just try and get it center mass there and just shred as much as I can. Yeah, just target down his immortals with Kerrigan is really the play, I think. Force him into the Superstorm thing. Where's my teammates, SCV?
Your forces are under attack.
Center mass! Center mass! No, what's absolutely killing us is that the Thors are all just shooting at the small number of air units he has with his army. That's really what's killing us. I need to get... I might have to get Vikings just for that. I don't know if it'll work, but maybe. I don't know. Well, that's unfortunate, but it does happen. Yeah, we're cooked. I just couldn't get the Thors through. I couldn't get it through there. That's the toughest part with the Thor brick when you're trying to build it up, especially with the double wide lane. It's very hard to block everything. That's Plague's nuke. This will be our last shot here. But we do have a pretty good amount of stuff that can actually help now, so we'll just have to hope for the best. I can get another hero soon. Not that that's going to do me too much. Nowhere near enough Vikings, by the way. Nowhere near enough. Oh, those time warps, too. Yeah, it's brutal. Fight till the bitter end. But this'll do it. This'll probably end us here. Once he starts killing these anyway, it's definitely over. You get a big bonus for killing the enemy buildings, so that will break us when these drop. Yeah, I was hoping this little wave coming out would be enough, but it just turned into too much. Sometimes it'd be like that. GG. If you're gonna apologize for losing in a custom game, you don't have to join. If you're here to have a good time, you don't need to say anything else. I love you. I do not care. If somebody threatens to murder me and my family over losing a game of Nexus Wars, I will laugh in their face, and that's what I will do. You don't have to worry about anything. Play as long as you're having fun. The moment you're not, stop. Easy peasy. I promise you, though, if you ever do something to bother me, I'm me. I'm gonna tell you. Arcades can get pretty toxic. I mean, any interaction you have with other people can always end up that way, right? It doesn't really, dwelling on something like that doesn't really matter, right? Hey, give it up to Magic Turtle for always being the guy to bring stuff like that up. Good to see you too, man. Dyson. Maybe if I get my pylon earlier, I might need to get the pylon even a little bit earlier to get that rolling the way I need it. Why Nexus Wars? Because I like it. That's all. We played a couple games of Direct Strike already. If you guys want, I can do another Direct Strike after this. I just haven't played Nexus Wars in a little bit. That's all. That's all. If you guys want more Direct Strike, I'll give it to you. I'm in my StarCraft retirement, so I can do whatever I feel like. So I'm just going to try all sorts of different random custom games. Sometimes I played a new one today. I tried a new one today that I didn't even really like, but I still tried it, and that was like kind of cool, you know? Like I opened it and checked it out and loaded into it, saw that I didn't like it. Another guy rage quit, so I didn't have to play it, which was like, thank God, you know? But I'm gonna try all sorts of random stuff. I'm just gonna open up random games that I see lobbies for and shit like that. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh damn, that Zealot opener. Brutal. The Zealot Sentry opener. That's a strong one. Is Parasite or whatever still a thing? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There was like a cute defense, right? There was like a cute defense kind of a thing. And then... Oh. Somebody posts in chat for the first time. Why was somebody banned? I'm going to give you one opportunity. That's kind of a weird thing to come into my chat and say. He posted some weird stuff in my chat, and he got banned. He got banned because he was saying weird sexually explicit things in chat, while also talking about other things that were not appropriate in almost the same sentence. So that's why he got banned. And if he'd like to appeal his ban, he can do so via the Twitch automated ban appeal process. But I don't appreciate anybody making weird, inappropriate jokes in my chat like that. I'm sure it wasn't serious, and when he sees what he got banned for, or logs in, or sees his last message, he'll understand. Maybe he was drunk or something, but yeah. My moderators reviewed their previous messages as well, and there was not much exonerating evidence there, unfortunately.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Well, butter my biscuit. Go ahead. I'm in a heap of trouble. Big job, huh?
Can you believe that? Like, do you think that's him on a new account? Or did he, like, ask his friend to come into chat and ask me? And I'm just like, I don't... Stuff like that's always been one of the weirdest parts of streaming, is like, how do you deal with some person who just comes in and acts like super oblivious about doing something dumb, but they do it in a public way, right? They have to post it in chat so everybody can see it, you know? Like, you would think that there are other ways to reach out to me about this, but they deliberately want to do it in the most ugly way possible, which reduces my belief in their good faith. Reduces my belief in their good faith. I have approved 100% of ban requests where the person says, "I'm sorry, I won't do it again." I'm not going to pretend all my rules have always been fair, but if you're not out to mess with me, I'll always forgive you. I'm an easy mark because of that. It's one of my fatal flaws. I'm a big fan of redemption arcs. Yeah, I think we're actually pretty good. Pretty good start. Pretty strong start, actually. Oh, his medevac got all the way in the back, kind of baited the units. I like that. Why no units attack that dog? So you can get skins for the workers in this game, and that gives you the ability to make them look different, but it still functions the same. So instead of an SCV, he could have like a drone or a probe, but he has a special skin unlocked that looks like that Predator unit from the campaign. That's why he has that. So if I played this enough or had enough level ups or whatever it is you have to do to unlock it wins, maybe the game would let me change to things like, I think the mothership is one too. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. Go, 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 go. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I thought I was going to get 2 minerals. I would have been poking the whole time here, but I did. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The man asks and you just do it. Rip. That is tough. Well, this game is over. Plaguebird. Hey guys, should I nuke? Other guy says nothing and just waits 10 seconds just so he can nuke at the same time as Plaguebird. Disappointing, guys. Disappointing. I expect more. I expect more from you. I expect more from my man. Give you the Bane. Give you a little bit of the Bane today. Oh, I don't blame you at all, Plaguebird. You asked. You did the one thing. You did the one thing the other guy was incapable of doing. You communicated. I mean, you know, a lot of people that play games are guys, so they feel like if they ask a question or, you know, endear themselves to another person, they're like emasculating themselves. So people never want to communicate, but it's actually a sign of like higher thinking capabilities as well when you communicate with other people because they can help you. You know, that's what smart people do. They talk. Smart people talk to each other so that they don't make dumb mistakes by getting inside their own head. Yeah, no, that's brutal. That's brutal. Let's go. I got another. You guys wanted more direct strikes, so I'm going to play a game of direct strike, and then I'm going to play another game of Nexus Wars or something like that. Or maybe I'll just end the stream after this game. I think that'll get us where I want to be. I didn't want to stream super long today. I'm trying to be nice to Nathan. I'm only here as long as I want to be here, and I did end up having some fun today, so thank you for coming and hanging out with me. No, it is not fun to try and queue up ladder and pretend like the game is fair when I get sniped a bunch and every other game is some dude, some barcode guy who's playing unranked for his first game of the month against me. Just can't do that anymore. It's over, baby. It's over. Cooldown speed and attack speed. Is that what I want? What cooldowns do I have for Stukov? Not many. I guess we just take the plus 30 HP so my zombies are harder to kill. That seems like a good move. Oh, we're against another Stukov too. Well, this will get messy very fast. We're against another Stukov. Ladder's depressing, yeah. Bro, I had the biggest breathe out of air last week when somebody I was talking to mentioned that Roddy was even saying it on his stream, how awful Ladder is, and I'm like, I finally feel validated by somebody who's respected in StarCraft speaking up about the game just not being as enjoyable. I don't want to ever have like my good memories in StarCraft ruined by like being on the last 10 people playing the game and them all just absolutely crapping on me constantly. So it's like, you know, at some point there'll probably be new maps or a patch, maybe the Balance Council, you know, they'll do another update or something. And if that happens, then I'll be right there to play whatever the new update is. But I think the version of the game right now on the ladder is actually, I think it's actually degraded quite a bit. And that could just be people leaving because they're getting ready for the other games that are coming out too. So you can't even necessarily blame it on any one thing. Yeah, they're going heavy into the Banshees. It's going to be annoying. Got to get some infested Terrans out. Sigh of relief after that. Well, you got to remember, my role in StarCraft has always been the guy who is accused of being insane, even though 99% of things that I actually say that aren't just like a rant on stream have always just been, guys, like, I think this is what's, you know, this is a problem or this is the thing. I had a whole series of like very level-headed takes I would put out every time they announced a new patch or update for the game and stuff. So at some point, being told that I'm that guy for a long enough period of time kind of messed with my head. And I guess I subconsciously try to invalidate my own feelings about the game because I feel like it's just bad to talk about it, even if it's true, right? But I guess you either agree or you don't at this point, but it's kind of hard to deny it anymore. It's just not the same. I was going to say I need one detector. These frickin' Banshees. Banshees crushing me here. No, I think the last stream I did where I tried to play 1v1, that was the one that almost, I think almost every single game I queued, I was getting put versus people that were like deliberately trying to match me, you know? And whether it's true or not, when you get into situations like that every single game, it just completely kills your interest in playing. I guess it wouldn't happen as much if there were more people on, right? That's just a natural... It's a natural direction for that to go. Trying to save that cannon. Trying to save that cannon as much as I can. Most of your interest in Stormgate is to watch how the community shifts, what talk shows revive, try to catch the wave. Will there be new blood? Does SC2 get patches to try to stay relevant? Yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind, most of us who are going into Stormgate and these other games, like, a big reason that we're doing it is because obviously there's less people watching and supporting in StarCraft as well. So, you know, the coolest thing to me is that it is a huge opportunity to try and change the culture a little bit. And in StarCraft, I always kind of held this dual persona where I tried to be really funny and edgy on my stream because that did very well and it made a lot of money. But what you guys know, whenever I did tournaments or casts or I was on talk shows, I was always very respectful. I always went out of my way to always try and be as courteous as I possibly could in my discourse and in the way that I treated anybody I ever interviewed. You know, I would never try to put anybody on the spot. I never tried to hurt anybody, right? But I think that dual nature of it really made it difficult to try and get points across or at least be a helpful person, right? So that's something that for me has changed completely. Like every aspect of how I handle myself on my stream has completely changed since I was relevant in StarCraft. So for me, it's just very exciting that I can try to get to be a part of this better community that I want to see, you know? It's not just about hoping that people who play RTS can be better than StarCraft people gatekeeping and hating on each other, but I want to be better too, right? I don't get that opportunity and I'll never have another chance in StarCraft because it's over. So, you know, it's the best opportunity that I'm going to get is to go on to something new and just do so much better than I did before that I can have something that lasts longer than what I did in StarCraft. That's what gets me excited about it. That's a big part about what gets me excited. We've got a very good thing going here, though. I feel strong here. I feel strong. Just keep spawning the zombies. Just keep spawning zombies. That's the play. Yeah, so they go for the Phoenix to deal with my guys. That's fine. Yeah, so he's just sending... I don't really have a good stable detection as Stukov, so that will always be a kind of difficult thing. There's not a lot of anti-air options you really get, but maybe if I put like one infested liberator, if I put one infested liberator in, maybe that'll be enough to just stall, buy a little time. And then once they start approaching this base, I'm gonna infest that. Save my scan too here. This could be a crucial moment. If his units are still alive though, this actually kind of gets interesting because now the Thors can help with the Phoenix, and that's really nice. There we go. Yeah, get her done. Get them zombies on top of them. That's what I'm saying. Now we've actually got something. Oh, we already blew up their turret. What am I saying? We're actually doing great. I didn't even realize we killed their turret already. I don't think you can have more than 2 charges of his infest, so I'm just going to fix our cannon. Because it does actually heal it. It's one of the only ways to heal your static defense on this. No, my mass zombie strategy is not at any point going to stop. Why do you ask? Ooh, look at these wraiths. Look at him go. He's balling. He's balling. Mirage, the Mirage from Carax, that's the Phoenix type that it is. It has an ability that it can actually dodge or like receive no damage for a short duration when it's in combat. So it's a very powerful unit because it can really stall out. But his wraiths are kind of equally scaled, I guess you could say, in the other direction. So it's very powerful there too. Yeah, I like my mass zombie strategy exactly. He's got his Dahaka. All my units having the plus 30 health. It's like not the most sexy upgrade to take, but it just makes it that much harder for him to stop the waves. Makes it that much harder for him to stop the waves. Let's go tier 3, baby. Punch it. Yeah, this is where the Thors struggle, though, right? Without the single-target anti-air mode. Swan's Thors don't actually have the single-target mode at all, so that's it's one of the worst things about them. Trying to corrupt his base and see if I can push through with Zambi. Not enough. Sometimes it'd be like that. That's fine. Get the 3-3 upgrades. Get the full upgrades. Maybe I should get some ups for the Liberators. I might need to mix some more anti-air in since it's such a crucial aspect of his strat. Yeah. He peels through it like nothing, so it's either that or more Marines. I don't know. I don't think more Marines is that bad in this situation. That might be a part of my issue here. It's not having enough of those. Squeeze some more out. We gotta get Alexander too. But his wraiths can teleport when they get low behind, so it makes them crazy good. It's basically being able to auto peel them back. Primal Mutalisks, though, they're brutal. We just go for the big, held together by duct tape and tentacles. Oh, well, yeah, that's sounds about right. Yeah, you see, they're so hard to kill, those guys are. And the Phoenix killed the Liberator before it could even fire, so that's just... We're going in, I guess. I guess we're going in. Dahaka is handling. He's handling my air units. Or sorry, he's handling my zombie guys. Yeah, we're gonna have to go air, I guess. I don't even know. I don't even know what the move here is. This is a very tricky situation. I guess putting a few Diamondbacks in will knock the air units down and help me push through that. Maybe that's the play. I don't want to like do the too obvious thing, so.
Research complete.
See if we can bring some of his dudes down. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, Nate, probably not Diamondbacks. I guess just make more of these and pray. I think that's the move. I don't have a lot of good things to say about this situation. Their strategy is doing very well. I don't feel like I have a lot I can contribute here. I've got a lot of mass, but if Dahaka cleans up all the ground units and then his air units are still kind of a huge threat, that does not help. The only thing I can say is that these Liberators are supposed to be really good, so like you kind of want to hope, but... And the splash here is nice, but I'm going to need a lot. I'm going to need a lot more. The other problem too is I think I'm the only one scanning, or the scan cooldown is ruining us, but they just have a crazy amount of cloak units as well. Which is not helping our case. And we still haven't even lost our photon cannon, mind you. Yeah, he has attack speed on the Thors. But what I need is to get Alexander, and then that can actually stun a lot of them. So you know, Nate, just stop spending. And if you were going to get rid of something here, what would it be? The Marines are doing a decent amount. The regular zombies, I don't want to get rid of those. Then suffer. Let's see if we can push through this. We got a few more Liberators mixed in here now, +2. Yeah, the splash is okay, but again, Karax heal plus Mirage. I'm handling them better now, though, so that does feel good. This is one of the first times we've cleanly pushed through. We're starting to get somewhere with this. What's my FPS? We're at 66, 65. Dipping to about 48, 50. 72, 57, 52, 55, 49, 41. Yeah, it's intense. There's a lot happening. Gonna throw you another scan because I'm a generous guy. Those creeper hosts, though. We've got a good game of Direct Strike here, don't we? Once I get my giant tentacle monster battlecruiser, I think we can start to turn here. We can start to turn things around. Ah! He ate him. We're almost there. I know, I've got like 1,000 minerals I haven't been able to do anything with because I gotta wait. I gotta wait for my moment. I'm waiting for my moment. And the pooch is laying down next to me. I love him. Give it to me. Give it to me. We're almost there. Very, very close. I think I did a somewhat decent job this game. It was not easy though. It's been tough. They raised the cost on crash landing ability. Yeah, we're gonna get that, of course. So glad to see someone streaming this mode. It's the best one, you think, in SC2, since you're old and don't have the speed to get high APM. It's like a pension for you. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've retired from competitive StarCraft. I'm done, so... This kind of stuff is all I'm going to be doing until Stormgate drops, and then I'm going to try hard in that. That's my plan. Let's see what the giant battlecruiser does for this fight. Let's get the rest of our upgrades while we're at it. Yeah, see, it stuns and pulls in a bunch of them too. That's what I didn't really think about. That's a very big reason to like them. That stun is brutal. It even pulls those guys in, the spawned dudes. Look at that. Stormgate releases in 20 days. Yeah, early access starts in 20 days. The official free-to-play date is August 13th, but since I'm a play tester, I get access 2 weeks early, just like anybody else who is a tester or anybody who's pre-ordered one of the Founders Packs. It's not balanced. Oh, you know, the thing is, I don't really care about balance at all. It doesn't mean anything to me. The only reason I'm here is to just kind of have fun, you know? Like, I was going to do this strategy, probably no matter what they did anyway. I didn't really want to build the Liberators, but I'm trying to be, you know, trying to play fair, I guess, if that makes sense. But balance just isn't something I think about. As long as there's nothing in there that completely ruins and breaks the game, there's not much to complain about, I think. Direct Strike's always been nice. They did ruin Han and Horner, though. They made them very unfun. Did you know you can't even build a battlecruiser with Han anymore? So dumb. Worst change they ever made to this. Let's see. I kind of do want to get a queen. We could get an Apocalypse too, which would be that's the anti Dahaka you're looking for, Nate, right there. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get the... I think we're going to kill them with this push, though. I think we're there. I think we're already there. GG, well played. Yeah, we did it, Reddit. We are there. And my giant tentacle monster battlecruiser was there for it, too. Incredible. Incredible. Now that is what gaming is all about. To me, that is very fun. Yeah, and I think the other thing, too, the thing about Direct Strike that makes it such a fun game to play is that even if you do have a bad game or you play like the weekly and you don't like it, you can just play Commanders. And if you don't like playing Commanders, then you can play regular. And if you're kind of feeling like you just want to do something weird, you could try to play Gear, you know? There's so many different modes in Direct Strike that I think it makes it really nice. I think it makes it really nice. So, like, you know, when I think about playing 1v1 on the ladder, right? It's like, what is really frustrating about it is you don't really have any control over what happens at all in terms of what your opponent is, right? So you're kind of at the mercy of how they want to play versus how you want to play. But there's not really like any way to mix it up. There's no like lighthearted mode. There's no like queue where you have a couple extra units. There's no queue where you have like the Brood War units as options or something. If they had something like that where they kind of loosened it up, more Direct Strike-esque, and just kind of tried to make an enjoyable like sandbox kind of PvP mode. I would really like that. I think that's kind of where Stormgate 3v3 is supposed to end up, because they want to have commanders and stuff for that. And obviously that's not going to be out on release, because they're trying to let that cook, because they want that to come out really nice when it's ready. But that's the kind of stuff that I think about. You know, imagine if we had like a mutator option, like the co-op mutation that rotates every other week or every week. Imagine if you had like a 1v1 mutation, right? Or 2v2 even. Be like, oh, this week's mutator is everybody has a Brood War unit on all their production units, right? Or this was replaced with that, or such and so forth other thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff I feel like they can mess with, and I hope long term we see Frost Giant do cool stuff like that. I think Frost Giant already said that mutations in co-op are going to be on launch, or this year. They're going to have mutations for co-op at some point in 2024, which is insane. That's going to be awesome. You're already going to be able to have the mix-up of co-op matches in there too. So I'll be able to do challenge videos for all of those. Like, stuff like that gets me excited. It gets me excited to play the game, gets me excited to stream or make content, all of that jazz. So yeah, that's going to be it for my show today. I didn't really want to go super duper long, and I didn't. I just want to say again, I appreciate everybody who sticks around. It's going to be a really big change, not having StarCraft as our main thing anymore. But I just want to make sure you guys who are holding out hope know the day they drop a patch to try and make things more interesting or fun, or start banning people who do weird stuff on the ladder, I'm back. I'm playing as much as I can. But until that happens, it just ain't what it was. So I'm looking forward to what's next. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you, I'll be back on tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I might take tomorrow off. We'll find out. See you around.